Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is MegaShadowFist, and welcome back to Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. And when we last left off, we were doing some things, if you will. Now, this is Thursday edition, by the way, so I have not seen your guys' reactions to the previous episode just yet, so just keep that in mind. The episode has gone live, it has not gone live. It has been uploaded, just has not gone live yet, so I do remember what happened, I just haven't done anything yet. You might say, why Thursday edition? It's because, well, basically, I'll be going back to a full 4-year institution, tomorrow. Like, I'll be going and moving off on my own again, because for those of you who don't know, I'm a bit of a boomerang child, if you will. I left and started my first year of university in a college dorm room. Then I came back and back to the house, did some community college, and now I'm going back again. So I'm going to like my dormitory and everything. So tomorrow, so I'll be too busy to record. So yeah. Anyway, let's go ahead and hit continue. So and go to this one, please. Load the data? Yes, please. You'll have to forgive me if I'm a little bit off right now. Like, I spent about... you have no idea. I spent about 50... I wanted to start this recording session about 50 minutes ago. I spent like 50 minutes trying to get my freaking capture card to work, because only to find out that what I needed to do, bumped into my pop filter, was just safely remove my capture card and then plug it back in through USB. So basically unplug and plug back in, and that got everything to work after spending 50 minutes, and now I'm a little bleh. Anyway, without further ado, I spent a minute and a half, I spent about a minute and a half talking too much. Let's get back into the story. So, Athena.
That was so exciting, boss, we did it! True to form, you managed to just barely pull it off at the very last moment.
True to form? Gee, I never knew you had such a glowing opinion of me. Thank you for everything you're doing. You did great, Miss Woods. You really stuck it out.
And you got really brave at the end, just when we needed you most, Junie.
I feel like her voice has completely changed in between recording sessions.
Thanks to you, we were able to turn things around.
Well, you were the one who gave me that courage, Athena.
Really? Thanks.
Oh, I want to see something real quick. Let me go to options. I want to see if I can make the text go a little bit... I can't make it go faster, because like I'm trying to read off of it. It seems like the text in this game scrolls a little bit slower than the previous... No, a bit of, whatchamacallit. The text of this game goes a little bit slower, so it's kind of hard to read. Anyway.
Really? Thanks! So be honest, was I any help at all?
Of course! Without you, we would have never gotten out of that tight spot.
That's good to hear! I may still have a lot to learn, but you can bet I'm going to give it my all! I'll be so good that one day you'll call me your partner!
That's what I like to hear. Analytical psychology. The ability to solve the riddles of a person's heart. Athena's true potential is beginning to really shine through now.
Hey, where's Apollo anyway?
Good question. I almost forgot about him. I assumed he'd still be here in the lobby.
Oh, I know! Maybe he's still in courtroom number 4!
Courtroom number 4? What would he be doing at the scene of the explosion? Maybe investigating on his own?
When I came out to the lobby to rest, I told Apollo about Bum-Rap Riney. I told him I dropped Riney in the courtroom, and I was trying to escape before the blast. And then... Apollo said he had an idea where Riney might be, so we went to take a look together. Huh, I guess Apollo can be pretty nice when he wants to be.
So you went looking for Riney together before you were called back into courtroom number 5?
Yes. I'd had some time to rest, so I was able to go and look for him. But then they called me into courtroom number 5 to testify. Apollo insisted on staying there, though. With all those injuries, I wonder how he's managing. I think Apollo might have figured something out.
Wonder what it was.
He told me, I'm gonna look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper.
Just maybe he found some new piece of evidence.
Anyway, we better go and get him.
Good idea. Now there has to be December 17th, 12:11 p.m. District Court, courtroom lobby number 4. Okay, there has to be a way for this text to go faster. Like, this is like, it's going at a snail's pace. I don't want to fast forward, because fast forwarding just, like, goes through everything. Vibration, game center, staff roll. No, that's, I can't, it needs to go a little bit faster. It's going too slow for me. I guess I read a little bit too fast.
Where are you, Apollo? Trial's over for today. Come on, I know you're... No.
To be continued. That's the first time I've ever seen that for a first case. Save game? Yes, please. So that's what the save theme sounds like in this game? Interesting. Let's go ahead and save. There's a little bit of an audio, like, issue at the end there for that cutscene. That's alright. Here we go. December 18th, 9:34 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 5. Yeah. There's gotta be a way to make this go faster. There has to be. Oh, wait, maybe if I... that doesn't work. This isn't exactly how I envisioned the second day of this trial to start. But given how things ended yesterday... Good morning. The mood sure is tense. Not that that's any surprise. Oh, hey! Did you read the paper this morning, boss? Huh? The paper? That came out of left field. You didn't read it? Then you don't know the big news! Somebody spotted an abominable snowman way up in the mountains! Tell me you know the difference between a paper and a tablet, Athena. It might show up in the forest where you live, Junie! So you better watch out, okay? I wonder if Junie actually comes from, like, the woods, like the forest, or if that's just, like, an English localization thing. I'm gonna have to go check out the Japanese version just to make sure. So my guess is you probably came from, like, a more, like, famous, like, rural Japanese city, but they just changed it to, like, the forest in the English version, perhaps. You really should read the story for yourself! I couldn't even begin to do it justice! Justice? Oh, come on. Huh? Oh, poor Apollo! And it's all my fault! Athena! Oh, Judy, what was I thinking? I'm so sorry! What we found yesterday was not Apollo's dead body, thank goodness. He'd been assaulted by someone with a blow to his head and was lying unconscious. I guess that kind of sucks that I'm playing this game so late in the series, because I knew that Apollo's going to be in the next game, so I knew that he wasn't dead. So I guess there was no suspense there for me. We rushed him into the hospital right away, and it looks like he's going to pull through. But it was still quite a shock to stumble onto a seat like that. Is Miss Woods alright, Athena? Well, I managed to get her to stop crying. Now she's resting on that sofa over there. I guess she really feels responsible for what happened to Apollo. Poor Junie. She believes that the reason Apollo was attacked is because he was helping her look for something in that courtroom. Oh? Guess I can see why she'd think that. By the way, how are you doing? Who, me? Yes, you. Yeah, you. I know you're concerned about Miss Woods, but are you alright? Me? I'm doing just fine, boss! I mean, yeah, it was a huge shock, but I'm alright! People who study analytical psychology are great at times like these! After all, they learn how to control their own emotions, too! Duh, have you now, Athena? Somehow, I don't think it's as easy as she makes it sound. But there's no denying she's a real trooper. Apollo doesn't remember a thing, does he?
Yeah, he can't recall anything from the time right before he was assaulted. At least he didn't completely forget his memory like in case 2-1. Nothing about what he was doing in courtroom number 4 or who assaulted him. The doctor said it's probably due to that hit he took to the head. I mean, yes, he forgot he lost his memory, but not like of everything like Phoenix did. Assaulted in a court of law and losing your memory at that. I know how that feels. Tie back to the speak of the devil. Tie it back to that case. But who? Well, at least I think so, right? Like, why do I bother checking? I already know. But who in the world would do such a thing, huh, Mr. Wright? Ugh, just wait till I get my hands on that killer who hurt our Apollo. Now, Athena. I thought you said you were in control of your emotions. Oh, I just noticed actually, like, Wick actually, is it Wick? I forgot his name already. Wick, tells us, like, Widget tells us, what emotion she's in, so even if she's hiding it, it's literally right there for us to see. No wonder people can tell how she's feeling. Let's just focus on helping Miss Woods, okay? But I admit, I'm just as upset as you. Okay, Paz, you're right! Apollo's assailant can wait until after we clear Junie's name! That's the spirit. Now, let's see. I better check the court record one more time before the trial starts. Hey, idiot, check this court record. Sounds like something Garcon would say. Let's see. The case, Tony and Detective Arm transport the bomb into... Tony has the key. Tony has the key, so that's an important thing to remember there. Between 8 and 11, cause of death by a flat object. Okay, I just gotta make sure. It was hidden inside a stuffed animal, can be detonated remotely, 8:56 a.m. Oh, there's a second part! Oh, I didn't notice that, okay. HH dimensions, 10 inches, 10 inches, 10 inches, 12 pounds, 5 by 16 inch alloy plating. Okay, that's gonna be important. And a piece of stuffed animal that the bomb was inserted into. The defendant's fingerprints are found on it. Oh, so actually I did go back and I checked the Japanese version. So you know how the motto for the elephant thing is what was it? Forgeries are just trunked up. In the Japanese version, she said "netsuzo shichao zo." In the Japanese version, she said "netsuzo shichao zo." Netsuzo shichao zo. So zo in Japanese means elephant. That's the pun. Netsuzo is forged evidence. I better check the court record one more time before the last JK. If memory serves, when I have more than 6 pieces of evidence, I should be able to switch pages with this panel. Way to break the fourth wall. Earth to Mr. Wright, I'm ready whenever you are! Alright, let's get ready to rumble. You bet! Merity. With everything that happened with Apollo, I didn't have time for a proper investigation. I can't let that stop me, though. I have to get this right for Miss Woods' sake, and Apollo's too. December 18th, 9:50 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 5. Day 2, court is now in session. All rise! I didn't say that last time. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Juniper Woods. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor! The defense is also ready, Your Honor. Now then, I believe I instructed the prosecution to further their investigation. Were you able to locate the remote switch in question? I'm afraid the remote switch is still missing, Your Honor! I must say I'm disappointed, Mr. Payne. Not angry, just disappointed. Has he ever? I guess he has. I apologize, Your Honor! Aha! Looks like the prosecution is just as unprepared as I am. There is a separate matter, however, that I would like to bring up during this trial. I think perhaps maybe that it's not that the text is moving slower than normal. It's just that I'm used to Danganronpa where all the text is available at once. I'm not used to it scrolling anymore. A separate matter, you say? And what might that be? I assume you're aware that another incident occurred during yesterday's trial. I'm speaking, of course, of the assault of Mr. Justice in the ruins of courtroom number 4. I'm not doing the voice properly. Why is he bringing that up? Yes, what a truly harrowing experience it must have been. Poor Mr. Justice. At the time of the attack, Mr. Justice was not alone. He was with the defendant, Miss Juniper Woods. Wait, no, that's not possible. Weren't we?
Yeah, we were cross-examining him. I guess he's saying that... Okay, I see. He isn't going where I think he's going with this. Is he?
The prosecution wishes to indict Miss Woods on the charge of Mr. Justice's assault.
Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the incident under deliberation here is the courtroom bombing. The assault of Mr. Justice has nothing to do with this trial.
Oh, but I believe there's a connection between this case and Mr. Justice's assault. Please take a moment to consider these facts. Both events occurred in courtroom number 4. This is the location in courtroom number 4 where the unconscious Mr. Justice was discovered. As you can see, it's quite close to where Detective Arm's body was found.
Okay. Courtroom number 4 diagram added to the court record. A diagram of the courtroom as it was when Apollo was discovered after the assault.
The question is, why did the culprit feel the need to maliciously attack Mr. Justice?
It could have just as easily been like, you know, some still like broken debris. The thing did explode. He could have just been smacked in the head from something that fell that... I don't know if I'm making any sense. Why indeed? What do you believe their motive to be, Mr. Payne?
I believe Mr. Justice found something in that courtroom while Miss Woods was with him. Evidence that fingered her as the perpetrator of the bombing.
You mean he found some incriminating evidence? Let me get some water.
Precisely, and so I surmise that the defendant picked up a piece of rubble and hit Mr. Justice in the back of the head in order to silence him. Joni would never do such a thing. She was devastated when we found Apollo hurt like that.
Miss Cykes, please control your outbursts.
It is the prosecution's belief that by deliberating on Mr. Justice's assault, we will draw ever closer to the truth of the courtroom bombing itself.
Very well. Miss Woods is hereby officially indicted on the charge of assaulting Mr. Justice. What? Why are you listening to Mr. Toupee over there? Although, considering our conversation yesterday...
I think Apollo might have figured something out.
Wonder what it was.
He told me, I'm going to look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper.
Maybe the two incidents really are related after all.
I would like to start by hearing from the defendant herself.
Very well. Bailiff, please bring Miss Woods to the witness stand. To the witness stand.
I'm sorry. I can't seem to stop.
Miss Woods. Guess she's still really upset about Apollo.
Miss Woods, you went to the ruins of courtroom number 4 with Mr. Justice, did you not? Yes, I did. Good. If you would, then please testify about what happened to the court.
Witness testimony. Alone with Apollo. Not to be confused with Alone in the Dark.
During the trial yesterday, I was overcome by a fit of coughing. Apollo stayed with me and we went to the courtroom ruins together. But then I was called back to this courtroom to give the testimony. Apollo insisted on staying behind in courtroom number 4. I swear I didn't attack Apollo. Why would I ever hurt such a kind person?
So Mr. Justice stayed by your side while you were feeling unwell. Unwell? What an admirable young man. I thought his loud voice was his only outstanding feature. Cords of steel, ladies and gentlemen, cords of steel.
He may look like a little imp at times, but Apollo can be really nice too.
I hope she didn't hurt her wrist backhanding that one. I hope she didn't hurt her wrist backhanding that one out. Backhand compliment. But one has to wonder, why did Mr. Justice stay behind in the ruins?
I think Apollo might have figured something out.
Something? What kind of something?
Something to do with the courtroom bombing kind of something. I think.
Wrong voice. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode. 捏造しちゃうぞ。